Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is the thank you subscriber 10,000k sub video and Q&A AMA t-shirt giveaway video that you guys have been waiting for. We're already 2% over 10,000 subs. Just ridiculous. Guys, thank you so much. I never thought I would get here. I never thought I would get anywhere. And here we are in a whole different world I thought I would never be in. And it's all thanks to you guys for caring about what I do, for watching, for supporting me. It's a true blessing. And I struggle every day to fully appreciate what exactly I have. And I want to thank you guys for trying to be that thing that I need every day, and you guys are. And I guess it's so much. I should have written a script. So anyways, let's get into the Q&A, because I know that half of you are brand new to the channel since 5,000, since the last one I did it. So you guys have lots of questions. Let's get right into it. Thank you guys so very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, the very first question here is coming from Enemy Gamers. Do you think a new orb prime mechanic mechanism would be needed, like the old one that you had to deliver orb? Thanks for all your work for the community. It's an absolute pleasure. I do find it a bit odd of a mechanic, so somebody just comes in and last hits, usually like a caster, and the carry can do it as well in the end game, but I do find that odd, like the investment potential, the risk reward for not zoning or prime well enough for somebody to just come in and last hit it. Doesn't seem, I do agree that there might, I don't understand like that if that is a good enough reason to allow somebody to steal orb. I personally maybe don't think so. Like, I think a team would have to, or an individual needs to spend more, needs to give a little bit more of an investment into orb prime in order to make it worthwhile. But something that other MOBAs kind of do. Heroes of the Storm is very objective based. It's almost entirely objective based. What they do is, usually for some objectives, it's like a percentage of the damage you deal of the objective's health or whatever. You get that much of the buff. So if a team takes, if a team were to deal the entirety of Orb Prime's health completely, they were to be the only ones damaging that objective, they would get the objective, the value of the objective Orb Prime buff 100%. But if one team was to come in and contest it and do 30% of Orb Prime's health, then they get 30% of the buff. You kind of get it? So like both teams profit from an investment they both put into the objective. That would be really cool. That's just my idea, because it's like somebody can just come in, last hit it, and then it's like, really? Like, it's just not fun. Like, it's just not fun. Like, I did like the dunk mechanic. That was unique. So like maybe it can just drop, but then there's like pedestals like in the Orb Prime pit, and you just have to traverse the Orb Prime pit to dunk it. In a, you know, one way, like an offensive, or I don't know, something like that. Like a tiny little bit of extra investment that you need to do. I don't know. That's just an idea. I would really like to see the percentage thing, personally. So there you guys go. What hero do you wish you could use more effectively, and what hero do you think you're most proficient at? Most proficient would probably be one that I'm not thinking about, to be honest with you. But it's probably Muriel. And what hero do you use that you could use more effectively? A lot of the mid laners, to be honest with you. Kalari. No, Kalari. I really wish I could use her more effectively. I wish I could just kick ass on Kalari. But unfortunately, I think her kit has been letting her down, and her design and everything. So that's probably it. But no, it's probably my skill level, my own skill. But there you go. Kalari, I wish I could use more effectively, and Muriel, maybe I'm the most proficient at. So we have Sunny Jack-o'-lantern here, basically asking about Feng Mao and armor. That he gets armor if he runs Honor the Pure. He can also do that because he does that a lot. You know, because shields act like health, shouldn't you use armor? More armor because you're having more health. In the math, that's what it says. Yes and no. In today's meta with Tainted Magic being quite prevalent, you don't want to run as much health as maybe the math says, and that's fine. And shields would only compound that. So, but the issue is that do you honestly use 100% of the value of the shield when it's on you? Probably not. A lot of the time, the shield, I think the shield expires and you don't use some of it, right? A lot of the time, maybe. So like, it's really iffy. It's chancy. How inefficient do you go to be more effective? Not very. I think I would rely on consistency rather than anything else. So there you go. That's my answer. And oh, Shinbi. I was at Epic HQ for Shinbi. She's awesome. She's awesome. Paulo, when do you think that competitive ranked games will start in Paragon? The competitive scene's already started. Kind of. It's like, you know, it's the qualifiers for the first officially sanctioned exhibition. It's basically started. The scene is what we make it as a community. Paragon can only throw so much money at it and whatever before it becomes pro, right? But like, if the community gives enough monetary support for community-driven tournaments, the game becomes pro in and of itself to support professional gamers, right? So like, it's really up to the community, and of course the state of the game. But ranked games, probably after like August with all the card rework, probably I would say, I don't know. So August, and then definitely one, probably two big balance changes after that. So that's at least a month apart. August, September, October. I would probably say November or December. I think I've heard them say they're planning something big in the winter, I think. So maybe there's something like that. I don't know. But like true ranked play, we're probably gonna need quite a few more heroes in order for the game metas, like different sustainable metas at the same time to coexist instead of just one meta. And like I hope you know what I mean. Like, there's always just the meta, which encompasses everything that is meta, but like each, like, you know, like, oh, this composition works well here against this, and then but both can work like I hope you know what I mean. So there you go. Yeah. Brad Kuznitsky. Can I have a shirt? I don't think I can. I consider that as a cute day. But seriously, thank you for the bats behind us. Saved me a ton of time. Save it on 10. Absolutely, that's what I wish upon them. What are your opinions on towers compared to other MOBAs? Also, try to remove any to fill the space when talking. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on that. I do honestly think towers should scale a little bit more throughout the game. I know. I know Paragon is trying to be high action focused, like it's third party, so you're very close in there and they want to bring you into the action. I know, I get that. They're emphasizing action and fighting. It's not a hero brawler, it's not a brawler, but I still personally feel like the RTS component of a MOBA is one of the more satisfying aspects of a MOBA, and I feel like towers need to be just a little bit more prevalent. Like, yeah, like insta-death in inhibitors. Honestly, yeah. Because I want that to be a clear boundary to the map that no, you just can't. Like, inhibitors when tier 2s are still up, no. Just no. Or, I guess if tier 2s are still up, then inhibitors. So it's like, it works like the closest tower deals its normal damage, and the next tower deals like 3 to 5 times as much damage, and then the inhibitor can just delete people if the tier 1's still up. If the tier 2 and inhibitor is only up, then the tier 2 does normal damage and then the inhibitor does 3 to 5. I hope that makes sense. The tower diving feels a little ridiculous, to be honest with you. It does. So I don't know. They honestly, they do, and I get that they say that it's in line with everything else and that's what they want. But this is just, I guess it's just my opinion that I want. And if they want to listen to the community and listen and just do it, regardless of what their whatever thing, and just to make the community happy, that's my personal, like... Yeah, there you go. Infernal Heroes, do you think that Paragon is heading in a good direction, or is it becoming unplayable compared to other MOBAs? I definitely think it's heading in a great direction. Remember, it's still beta. They're making gigantic change in August. Everything is changing. More so than Monolith. It's not even this game isn't complete yet. It's completely different. It's like, yeah. So like that question is not even it's like not even viable. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very excited regardless. Infernal Heroes, thank you. If you could create a hero what would the design kit, lane, and build be? By Zev PTV. Okay, so I always fall back to this just because I think it's really cool. A carry support one hero. So the support would move the hero. The support would move the hero. And the carry couldn't move the hero at all. So the support would move the hero and bring the carry with them. The support would have support abilities, right? But one of the ability would directly synergize with the carry's basic attacks. So one of the support's abilities, that would be a skill shot, would synergize with the carry's basic attack. So you have to land the skill shot in order to be the most effective duo hero. Kind of get it? And then cool supporting abilities, whatever. And then the carry would be unable to move the hero, but could shoot in any direction, like kind of like a turret. So think of like a tank. The support is the actual vehicle, and the carry is the turret on top. Now, I've always thought it would be a wicked, like, so like the StarCraft universe, like the Leviathan, the huge, gigantic Zerg organism or whatever. Like the support would like move it around the map, and it'd just be this gigantic hero. And then the carry would be like these tendrils and these like acid bombs that would like lob from it, like long range artillery thing. I don't know. It's like some really cool idea like that. And then the carry would have one skill shot ability that directly synergizes with the support's healing capabilities or support abilities, something like that. So like not only are they both a support and a carry, but they also like directly synergize with each other and require like communication and like just co-play. I think it'd be really cool. Obviously, balancing that hero would be ridiculous because like just the scale of the hero. You can't make it too big so that just every single ability, every basic attack hits. Maybe it should, I don't know. But it's like the balance would just be like crazy. Like I don't like, you know, so balance would be a huge nightmare, but I think it'd be really cool if done right. So there you go. Daniel Stockel. I'm sorry. What superpower would choose if you could have one? Besides this cheesy answer like omnipotent powers to do anything, But a traditional superpower. Actually, I'd probably actually be an animorph. So I could become any animal I want. So you could... I need to fly. Just become a freaking eagle, man. Or a Canadian goose, actually, probably. I need to swim. Become a beaver. I need to run fast. Become a moose. I need to be annoying. I'll become a mosquito. I don't know. Like, is that like the most coolest thing? Look at Iggy and Scorch, man. Look at the base movement speed. Ugh. So, an Animorph. I think an Animorph, to be honest with you. I think an Animorph. Yeah. William Harris. If you die, what would it be? Already answered that. But you'll still be entered for the giveaway, Will Harris. Thank you very much. DeckRx2! Hey! An AME. Alright, here's the question for you. If we're discussing the secret formula of the third Wednesday in January and it's not raining outside after we've gargled with vanilla pudding, what do we do? Will Harris, how would you change Iggy? Sorry, DeckRx2. Nice. I love it. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Will Harris, how would you change Iggy? Oh, he probably did another question as he saw somebody else. How would I change Iggy? I actually have no idea how they're going to change Iggy in August. So these are all my speculations. How would I change Iggy? So I think, the issue is base movement speed is really fast, and turrets... So the issue is he needs to do enough to warrant sticking... I don't know. I think something that would really help him is his turrets deal AoE damage. So it's just like this, like, I don't know. It's just like AoE explosions instead of like a single target thing. But like it would work like Orb Prime or like the core used to, where the damage was split. So if it was only one hero inside his tower, they would get all the damage. But if there's 5 heroes in one turret, the damage would split to those 5 heroes, something like that. And obviously they'd have to be big. They would have to be big turrets because base movement speed. Like they have to be big turrets. Or not because they're AoE. I don't know. One of the abilities maybe could be where for X amount of seconds the turrets also apply a slow. But the cooldown would have to be fairly significant. Only usable every team fight or, well, no. Like, I don't know, cooldown to like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So the turrets, but if you were in multiple turrets at one time, the slow would compound, something like that. Or it would work like Greystone's ult, where in the center it would be slowed the most. So if you were able to land a turret right next to somebody and then press it, so a little skill thing there. Oh, Grim is so funny. Responsibly? Responsibly? That's so awesome. That would work. His escape I always thought should have been like a long-range leap. Like, Scorch, like, he like, there's a short delay between where Iggy, like kind of hunches down and then boo! And then he, like, bounds away. Something like that. I think that would work much better here in Monolith instead of on Legacy, where it's just the movement speed slow. That made more sense. Something like that. And then his ultimate would be, like... turrets shot twice as fast or dealt the AoE damage twice as fast, and he could put down as many turrets as he wanted for X amount of seconds with no cooldown on them or something. So he could, like, pop his turrets and he'd be like, as fast as... No, not... Like, the global cooldown of 1 second, you could just turret, 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 turret. And they would slow at the same time or something, and just turret, 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 turret. Like, just... You have, like, you know, however many turrets you can, as long as it just kept using... I don't know, something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see how he changes. So, Ferris! Do you think Sylphin is pretty will ever be a thing? No. No, I'm not pretty. I am handsome. Just kidding. Just kidding. Command Overall Gaming. What do you think about the current meta and future metas? Extra, do you have a dog? I do not have a dog. My mom and stepdad do. But no, I don't have a dog. What do you think about the current meta and future metas? The Moragesh phase and Revenant meta was one of the worst, to be honest with you. Oh, Sevarog, man. Sevarog is so badass. That was probably the worst meta. Aurora was, I don't know. For some reason I don't remember it being as bad as I remember. But future metas, I hope aren't so concrete. I think the itemization will help that. So, like you can play, like, with itemization, you can play off meta heroes more appropriate. Like you could just put a few cards on them and then all of a sudden they are meta. So, like, I guess there would be no off meta heroes. I don't know. Future metas, I hope there's just more diverse. Like, you know, it's more obvious that this is a team, like, that this is a team fight comp, a wombo combo comp, and then you respond to that with, fine, split push comp. And you just kind of roll over them because they can't deal with split push at all. Like, you know, I hope it diversifies like that. You know, I don't know, something like that. That's what I hope. Gabriel Nystrom. Who are you outside YouTube, Paragon? Who am I? My name's Joel. And I was a outside YouTube, Paragon? Like, what? I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a military musician, part-time, in the reserves here in Canada. What else? I don't play hockey anymore. I wish I did. I like video games. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much me. That's about it. I hope that helps, Gabriel. I'm X-Boss. Sup, dude? Hey, man. Has there ever been a patch or change in the game that made you want to stop playing Paragon? Actually, just 2 weeks ago. Last week? By now? I don't know. Something like that. It was when I was raging hard about FaZe, Revenant, Morgesh. Not necessarily Morgesh. It wasn't overly bad. But FaZe, it was dumb. It was really dumb. I was like, okay, can I... Like, that's when I actually wanted to go and like, do one of my other Let's Plays. Like, I haven't had that in a while. I didn't even get through, like, 20% of Mass Effect Andromeda, for Pete's sake. Do I like poutine? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. Bacon poutine, cheeseburger poutine, bacon cheeseburger poutine. Oh. Shredded cheese or sliced cheese? This is a separate question, so there's no relation to poutine question. Shredded cheese or sliced cheese? Sliced. Because you can slice nice cheese. Well, you can shred nice cheese, I guess, too, but sliced so you can eat it nicer, but shredded cheese is more fun. Sliced cheese. Garrett Michaels. I want to know what got you into Paragon. What was it your first MOBA? No. Here's the storm. So, when I had I had a motor vehicle accident February 18th, 2016. Yes. That put me off of work for medical leave right up until my my parental leave. And I had been into Heroes of the Storm for a year before that, year and a half, 2 years before that, and MF Palatine. Go check him out. He's one of my longest YouTuber people that I watched religiously, and he really inspired me to make my own channel and just be myself and just have fun and do me, right? And I remember setting up XSplit. I remember setting up XSplit a year or two before I actually started this. And I was just like, I just can't do it. I didn't figure it out. I didn't invest into it at that time. And when I had my accident, I was like, okay, well, I don't like my accident kind of changed everything. It just made me start I obviously was questioning my physical health, which is still not perfect. So I just started questioning everything. Like, am I a musician? Am I a teacher? Am I the person I have invested into for, at that time, 7 years, 5 years in university and 3 years out, so 8 years? Was I actually that person? And obviously that's a hard thing to get over. And yeah, just recently in the past month, I've really felt like I can just kind of appreciate me and what I have, and etc., etc. So at that point, I don't know, sometime in there, as probably a coping mechanism, as an outlet, after my accident and my parental leave, blah blah blah. Well, it was May, so it's still in my. It was May when I started the channel, so it was short. I guess a couple of months after my accident, I was like, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna try, see what I do. Go look. My first videos are absolutely horrendous. Attack speed howitzer, for example, and yeah. So here's the storm, and then I was like, oh, this Paragon thing is freaking awesome. So I went into Paragon. It was just absolutely amazing. So there you go. Yeah, and then I just kind of rest is history, I guess. It's freaking awesome. Thank you for the question. Alex Ogilvy. Sorry for that. And Positive wanted to ask, once the huge new patch comes out, we'll be breaking down all the new aspects of the new card system, etc. Oh yeah. I'm really interested in what the new economy will be. Like, economy. What do you mean? Like, we're not having CP anymore? Is it a currency system? Is it a, because if they're going to break down CP into smaller increments and not call it CP and not have it how? So yeah. That would be really interesting. I don't think that'll actually affect the math. They say they don't want it to be as calculatable, but everything is. And even if you move to more passives and actives, you just have more of those. You need math more so in those scenarios because you don't know how much. Sure, it's 15% bonus damage every 4 seconds on the next basic attack, but cooldown of 8 seconds. So it's okay, so every 8 seconds I have 4 seconds after a basic attack to deal more damage. So, that even raises the question more. And that was just a random example I just made up as I was talking. You need math more so in that scenario. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, do you plan to expand your channel to include other content? I don't know what you should do, but it'd be at least interested to see you do your thing. Well, another game or platform, or yeah, I just don't have time. I don't work 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day, and that's honestly just enough time for me to make one video and stream. So it's I don't really have the time, and the rest of the time, I'm actually spending a lot more time with my family now that I've started working full time, which is ridiculous. So I'm really happy about that. So I honestly don't think so, unless something big changes. I don't know. So yeah. David Colin, you deserve the 10K. I love your video, so informational. Thanks, man. That's really what I do this for. Absolutely. Do you feel that Paragon is going in a good direction for both casual and competitive play? Absolutely. Absolutely. What was your profession before YouTube? Aren't you an accountant? No, I was a band teacher. Grade 5 to 12 band teacher. Accountant. I'm just good with numbers, kind of. Kinda. Not really. Self-taught Excel person. That's about it. Thanks, Practical Deadshot. You're awesome. You're at self. Glad to be here from the beginning. Thanks, man. Awesome. What's your favorite computer game? Obviously Paragon now. But before Paragon... Oh, man. Before Paragon was Heroes of the Storm for a couple of years. But also really liked World of Warcraft for a very long time. I have 5,000 hours in World of Warcraft, not including the time I spent on my dad's account when I was really young. Yeah, like when the hero cap was 100, I had one full screen's worth of 1080p of 90 heroes, and then a couple after that. So it was like what, 5-6 heroes at level 100, and then yeah, it was way too many hours. So I really liked World of Warcraft. But that was just, you just don't have the time anymore. You just don't have the time. And, yeah. Blade Rims, what is something you learned as a teacher or in the field of education that has served you well in playing, understanding video games? Oh my goodness. I have to pause for this one. Okay, I've made a video about this before, and it's how to learn. Or it's the... How do you explain it? It's the... What exactly should learning look like, and what should the best learning be framed around? Like, what's the expectations for learn? So just like, look up the mastery learning approach. The mastery learning approach. Look that up. I made a video about it. Mastery learning. That. Go look it up. I won't explain it. Essentially, it's not about standards. It's just always about improvement. Standards are relative. No, they're not. They're objective. And yeah, they're just objective standards. Arbitrary standards. And mastery of learning is always is about constant improvement at no matter what you're doing at no matter what level. Tiger Woods is as much a student of golf, like back in his prime, he was as much a student as you and I. And his learning was just as great at that point as our learning. Like it's the same. It's always hopefully if that makes sense. Anyway, so that. Incremental baby steps the whole way. Ensuring that you learn something for good, that you take your time at something, etc., etc. If you had to remove a hero, who would it be and why? Oh! What? How do I answer this? Oh, what? Revenant.
Nature breathes.
Just because he's more annoying to play against than anything. I don't know. Revenant. Yeah, especially pre-nerf. Revenant, he was just dumb. He was just a dumb hero. Saeed, if you get hooked up with any Paragon hero, who would it be? Ooh. Decker. If I remember correctly, breeds. Horn? You're a teacher. What does your students think of you making YouTube videos? Do they even know? I haven't heard from any of my previous students, so I have no idea. I'm assuming some of them have discovered. I'm assuming some of them have, but they've never talked to me about it, or I don't know. No idea. Question: do I dance? I love to dance. I love to dance DWC. This guy is the best comments. He's witty. He's not the best, but it's awesome. It's always witty, always a little palindrome or thing. Yeah. I have my moments. If you could rework any hero in Paragon, who would it be and how would you rework them? All the best to you and yours, Sylphin. We kind of answered that. Iki Scorch. If I had to rework, who would it be? Boy. Kalari? Aiken Scorch, it's kind of like, whatever. Kalari?
They warn us not to enter the woods.
Kalari.
The woods belong to him now.
She's actually pretty good right now. I feel like she maybe needs, like, if she takes more than 15 to 25%, I don't know what it would be, percent of her health as damage from one instant, she goes into permanent stealth for a few seconds and can attack and do and do things. Maybe that's a little bit much, but or like for 1 second or something. Like she needs something else. Like, I don't know, or an ability, or like the evasion ability, where she can activate it and, you know, basic attacks on her and spells, well, spells, I guess. Basic attacks on her have a percentage chance of just doing no damage. Something like that. Her dagger's fine, but, like, God, you gotta split the atom to hit somebody with it. Like, it's just so hard. I guess that's fine, but, like, if it's gonna be a ridiculous skill shot, make it a ridiculous ability. I mean, I guess it goes 3,000 units, but she's hard because stealth heroes are hard. You don't like stealth heroes are hard. You know, nobody likes getting blown up, and if you don't blow somebody else up and you just get blown up yourself, nobody likes that. So it's like, either case, nobody likes it. So inherently, stealth heroes are just nobody likes it. You know, so, you know, or either, yeah, if you know what I mean. So it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. Winners only. How was it starting out making videos? Really weird. It's really weird to talk to a camera, right? Because that's all it is. At the beginning, that's all it is. It's just a camera. You don't know your audience. You don't know who your audience is. You don't have anybody even to watch. Like, you don't know. Like, I guess you can, if you're a good part of the community before you start making videos and then you start, I guess you can kind of, like, you know, but your camera gets, your video making thing gets a person, like, gets a, you know, it becomes something. So, like, you know, right now, you're something. Like, I know you guys. Like, you know, like, so it's fine. But at the start, it's hard because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. You were the best one on my eyes. Thanks, Jody. Jody Omer. Thanks, man. Did you ever get tired of Paragon? Also, how did you get into YouTube streaming? Yo, mama. Did you ever tired of Paragon? I did. Well, when I went into, like, Minecraft stream a couple times and the Mass Effect thing, and For Honor, it was right around there, yeah. But not right now, not at all right now. Also, how did you get into YouTube streaming? I think I kind of said that. I always wanted to. I've always wanted to do that. I always wanted to just do it, just share my experience and just get it out there. People could learn from it. I've always wanted to do that, but I just needed the right time. And there you go. Dylan Castleman. My question for you is: what tips can you give to players in lower Elo matchmaking. You can't always find full teams and usually get stuck with people who don't know what they should be doing in a PvP format. What positions would you recommend higher experienced players take? How should we respond when randoms quit the games? Please help and thank you, huge fan. Can't always find full teams. Discord servers. Paragon Discord server, my Paragon Discord server. I usually get stuck with people who don't know what should be doing in a full PvP format. Take the time, be patient, be the guy in the upper road to help people out, teach, etc., etc. Be that person and the community will thrive. What positions would you recommend higher experienced players take? Oh boy. Jungle? An exceptional mid laner can do quite a bit with ganks. Support, not carry mid, carry jungle mid. An exceptional carry can carry the team. I think it's a jungler, to be honest with you. Like, if you can just dominate in the early game, I think that just snowballs to just really well. So maybe jungler, carry, mid in that order, I guess. What positions would you recommend higher? Yeah. Look, how should we respond when randoms quit the game? Keep doing your thing. Try your best. Try your best. Stay positive and optimistic. That is what you gotta do. Brandon Francois, favorite hero, how you got in Paragon, why do you do your type of Paragon math, what got you into video games? Favorite hero, Muriel, how you got into Paragon, Here's the Storm, why do you do your type of Paragon math videos? I like numbers, I liked analyzing, EVE Online was absolutely gigantic in university for me. Spent a lot of time in that. You need spreadsheets for manufacturing. If you really want to do it well, you really need your spreadsheets. So, I was analyzing stuff then. I wanted to analyze stuff in Paragon. I thought I could bring something unique to the community, and there you go. What got you into video games? Sonic the Hedgehog when I was... No, what was that possum? The possum. Rocket Possum? Was that it? On the Sega? Oh my goodness. That. Way back then, watching my brother play Sonic the Hedgehog and then picking it up for the first time and completely dominating. What does your family think of you becoming a YouTuber? Is it something that they knew was coming, or was it just out of the blue? It's pretty out of the blue. My wife has always known that I wanted to do it somewhat. But I think it was, kind of different. I mean, a lot of my family is not too surprised, I guess, because being a teacher, being relatively somebody in front of the class, and just some kind of public figure. Not really. I guess it's not too much of a surprise, but what did my family think of me becoming a full-time YouTuber streamer? My mom and stepdad think it's really cool that I get to do what I love, and get some and have it be somewhat sustainable. They think that's awesome. More of my traditional family, I guess, kind of think it's probably strange. But that's kind of fair. I mean, I play video games for a living. What? So I all in all, it's been fantastic. All in all, the support's been fantastic. So it's just awesome. And that's it. That is it, guys. I'm going to count these up and do a random selection. Random selection for the yellow t-shirt. And we will see here. So let's see how many comments we have. Alright, so I entered... we have 30 questions. And I entered into a random number generator. 1 through 30. And 30 came out. 30 came out. And I kept it in the same order. So 30, that is Edgar Olmedo. The last question there. With a fantastic question. Randomly selected 30 there. I clicked the number again just to make sure it was working. So I can't show that to you to prove. So, but you have to trust me anyways. 1 through 30 viable questions, and 30 came up. So congratulations, Edgar Olmedo. Please YouTube message me on Discord, send me an email on my website, something. Get in touch with me. And we'll get all the information squared away so I can ship this shirt to you. Congratulations on being the winner. Thank you guys very much for all of your questions. Hopefully that kind of answered a lot of your questions. You guys got to know me a little bit, and shared in some of the celebration of 10,000 subscribers. So the next one, I think I'm gonna always go like double until it's obviously like not ridiculous, but no, I think the next one is definitely gonna be 20,000 subscribers. I can't even 20,000 subscribers. I can't. That just absolutely boggles my mind. So, just ridiculous. So, guys, thank you so much for all of your consistent support on streams, on YouTube. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe I have such an amazing community of people that are passionate, are considerate, are just wonderful people that I get to be with pretty much every day. And I literally see, I pretty much always see pretty much every comment on my YouTube videos. When I check that stuff on my phone, on the app or whatever, I literally see at least the first part of a good part of every comment. I literally see, whether I click on it to read it more. Like, there's a lot of comments, guys. But I literally see, and I get the general sense of each comment just from the little summary or whatever. So I really appreciate all of your comments, and I do literally see them all, whether I actually like read the whole thing or etc. That's different just because time. I've shared that before in another video. I can't respond. It's been a long time since I've been able to respond to each comment. And now it's getting to the point where I just don't have the time to even like read every comment the whole way. So ones that I try to be helpful in when I respond, or just like quick thank you or something like that. Things like that, but I hope you guys understand. Just thank you. My goal, I guess I'll share that my goal is October. By October, that will mark the 6-month part. The 6 months of doing this part-time, full-time, and my goal is on my Patreon account. The part-time streaming, well, full-time, part-time, technically part-time, I guess, but part-time streaming goal on my Patreon account. That is my goal for October. That was the deal I made with myself, I made with my wife, I made with my family. If I'm investing all this time and sending my son to daycare and all that stuff, it needs to make sense. I think you guys can appreciate that. It needs to make sense, and that's kind of the goal there. We're close. Like there's more to just Patreon. We're close, but still not there. And I mean, we're gonna grow and have fun, and anyways, and we'll just do our thing. Not care too much about that, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And thank you so much for all of your support. Really means a lot, and really loving what we're doing. So thank you guys very much for watching. What can I say? You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.